Hey, welcome back to Acoustic Interlude. I'm John McDonnell, and for this segment, we're at the 30A Songwriters Festival, and we met an old buddy of ours. Here's Tommy Womack.
I can tell the way you nurse that drink, you've had a rotten year. I can't touch it anymore, but I still like to hang out here. I take it from your screams, he doesn't love you anymore. So you're saying it's all over, well it's been all over before. I met a girl in Birmingham, she really shook my tree. She had hair like Farrah Fawcett's and her eyes laid into me. I'm closer to the day when Father Time shows me the door. I didn't cry when it was over, it had been all over before. Like Bad Leroy Brown, everybody called him sir. He just wanted you to be under him till he was over her. And there will come another Mr. Right and a girl he'll leave you for. And you'll whistle freaky deaky, 'cause it's been all over before. Everything begins and then it all comes to an end. The minute something stops is when it starts all over again. There's nothing new underneath the sun, it's all about love and war. When it's over, it's just over till it's been all over before. Now I'm the patron saint of every dog that's had its day. I sing my songs alone now 'cause there's nowhere left to play. My fans are all at funerals, I don't see them anymore. And the fat lady's singing, but it's been all over before. Now and then I think about that Alabama girl. We might have carved ourselves a slice of heaven in this world, but God is in command and everybody knows the score. Tonight I'm going dancing, it's been all over before. And the crowd goes wild. I got a new record out with a band I have with Will Kimbrough from like Emmylou Harris's band, Rodney Crowell's band. He's played with everybody. He's made a bunch of great solo records. And we were in a band together 20 plus years ago called the Biscuits, and we made one record for that band with John Prine's Old Boy record label. And then in 2005 we started a band together that's kind of part-time because everybody's got so many other gigs, but the band's called Daddy, and we just did our third record called Let's Do This, and this is track 2. It's the first track on the record I sing. It's called Pissed Off at the World. When I was a kid, I had plenty of wrecks, and now I'm staring at the mirror at old man pecs. You know, I don't work out now, I don't even try. I got wavy hair, it's all waving goodbye. And it's amazing, after all this time, my soul and my mind have aged like wine. And injustice is wearing its head, and I'm still Pissed off at the world. Pissed off at the world. I pay attention to things and I'm never amused at all the SOBs I see making the news. They're all ripping us off without a word of thanks, all crapping and laughing all the way to the bank. And it's amazing, after all these years, I don't sit around and drown my fears when injustice is rearing its head and I'm still pissed off at the world. Pissed off at the world. 1% trash my house and raise my rent. Give 'em all hell, give 'em all hell. Shatter that glass, I won't tell. And it's amazing, in the state of my health, I don't lock all my doors and sit and play with myself when injustice is rearing its head and I'm still pissed off at the world. Pissed off at the world. Pissed off at the world. Pissed off at the world.
You know, if I heard that song, I would probably guess Tommy Womack wrote it. That's great, man. That is so you.
Well, I don't want to sound highfalutin, but there's not really many people who do what I do. You know, more than half the time, you could consider it novelty music, or people do that, and I don't know if I consider it that at all. You know, I'm not as good as Woody Guthrie, but about half his songs were really funny too. You know, or offbeat, shall we say?
Offbeat, I think.
Offbeat, yeah.
Yeah. So, because I don't think of you so much as funny, but you are, but, you know, as offbeat. I mean, you know, I think Tommy Womack, I think, kind of offbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And we are speaking with Tommy Womack from the 30A Songwriters Festival on Acoustic Interlude. What have you been up to, man? It's been a few years since we crossed paths here.
I have a new booking agency and I'm touring more than I used to be. I had two things get in the way of touring. One, in 2016, I had a nasty car wreck and it had me laid up for a while.
Right.
And this past year, 2017, I had a bit of cancer nonsense. They found bladder cancer in me, and I spent a bit of time at home because of that, you know, doing treatments and stuff like that. And I got a clean bill of health. It's all done with now, God willing. So I've been playing gigs. I write freelance a bit, mainly for the East Nashvilleian magazine. And got the record done with Daddy. I have a live album about 2/3 of the way in the can right now. I have a book that has been edited, and I just need to look through all the edits, which is weird in a Microsoft Word document. It's got all these red flags and yellow flags and blue flags, and I don't understand any of it. My wife is over here in the other room, and I'm going to have to get her to help me with it, I think, because the book's not going to come out until it's edited, and I either find somebody to put it out or I put it out myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to read that. I mean, you know, you've got to have some stories.
Yeah, it's got some good stories in it. It's a memoir. I wrote a book about my first band, Government Cheese. It came out about 20 years ago. It's called Cheese Chronicles, and it became a bit of a sensation in Nashville and in other rock and roll circles. And this one is a memoir that kind of continues it and prefaces it at the same time. It's got a bunch of childhood memories, and it's got a bunch of memories that have been made since Cheese Chronicles.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned Will Kimbrough, man. He's one of my favorite guitarists.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best guitarists in Nashville, which means he's one of the best guitarists in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's funny, I used to be able to get a hold of him really easily, but like, the last couple of years, it's like it gets harder and harder and harder
Yeah.
to get a hold of him because he's such in demand. I mean, everybody wants him.
We work very closely together um, about a month or two out of the year where we're uh, um, just joined at the hip.
Yeah.
Like when finishing this Daddy record was
Mm-hmm.
a part of that. That's an example of how closely we can work together. And then I won't hear from him for 2 months, unless he calls and just wants to chat,
Yeah.
which happens occasionally. Um, his mind runs so fast that he'll give me a call while he's driving down the road and just bah, 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 real fast because he's just trying to get out all the thoughts that he has. And um, he's the best practitioner of mindfulness that I know of, like the Zen, opposite of ADD, where you're just pay attention to everything you're doing as you're doing it, and you don't live in the past and you don't live in the future. Everything is absolutely living in the present moment. He's really good at that, and he's just one of the most talented, intelligent people I ever known.
He is. He
And
really
you won't
is.
hear from him for 2 months at a time because he's either on the road with another artist or he's in the studio with various artists.
Yeah. We're speaking with Tommy Womack from the 30A Songwriters Festival. Got a couple more tunes you can do for
Sure,
us?
sure. This one I wrote about a true incident, and I was playing bass on the road with Todd Snyder when I wrote the lyrics, and I didn't have a tune for it, and I came home, and my son was sitting on the couch watching Disney Channel or something like that. And I said, "Boy, I've written a song and you're in it. You want to hear it?" And he said, "Sure." So we went out on the front porch and I played the first tune and first chord progression I could pop into my mind. And the chords never change. It's the same three chords over and over again. There's never a chorus, there's never a bridge, because I was just making it up as I went along. And when I finished it, Nathan, my son, scooted over next to me and reached up as high as he could and put his arm around my shoulder. And I declared the song finished at that moment. This is called Nice Day. Excuse me. It's been a nice day. We all went swimming, me and my sweetheart and our boy. It's been a nice day. We had a good time. The sun was shining and life was joy. It was at a friend's house. We got invited. We can't afford a swimming pool ourselves. Our beds are unmade. Our bills are half paid. But we got beans up on the shelves. I'm 43 now. My hair is going. I got a shaky sense of self-esteem. But in that water, that smile on my boy's face, for a moment life was not a bad dream. It's been a nice day. We all went swimming. I love you, Daddy. He said that twice. Nothing got broken. No one got sunburned. I never freaked out. It was nice. I worry often. I live in terror. of what life might have in store. I've got this vision working at MAPCO, making change when I'm 64. I'll be an old man, I'll have had a good time. I'll have, God willing, my boy and my girl. And then I'll die and go to God's house, singing, take me from this world. It's been a nice day, we all went swimming, me and my sweetheart and our boy. Well, there's that one. That's off a record I made about 10 or 11 years ago called There I Said It. And by the way, the first song I did, It's Been All Over Again, that's been all over before. That was on my most recent solo record, Namaste, which I think came out in 2015. It's hard to keep up now, you know. Beth, my wife over there, was just telling me about everything that happened last year when she came down with me. You know, do you remember when this happened? Remember when that happened? It's like, honey, I've been at this festival 8 years in a row. No, I don't remember what happened specifically. They all run together. But I'm very grateful to be here. All right, this is another song from the new Daddy record. I wrote it in a place in Nashville called the Villager Tavern, where I went to drink on the quiet when I wasn't supposed to be drinking. So I went to the Villager Tavern where I would know nobody and they would not know me. It was all Vanderbilt students that go to the place. And it's the kind of place where hundreds of photographs are stapled to the wall of people partying down, and there's, you know, sports on the television and a really cool jukebox. And this is called Simply Enough Friday Night at the Villager Tavern. Friday night at the Villager Tavern, everybody knows each other's names. Everybody looks like what I used to be. I watch them play the young people's games. Ziggy plays guitar in the background. The plasma screen is showing football scores. Must be hard to be so young and beautiful. I really don't remember anymore. Now they're playing something sounds like road work. Beck, maybe, hell, I don't know. That boom, boom you hear at intersections, till the light turns green and you can go. It's Halloween in Nashville and the weather's nice. A crisp and perfect southern autumn day. The woman next to me's dressed like a honeybee. I wouldn't want her any other way. least it's something I already know. I just hum along and keep on drinking. My honeybees found someplace else to go. My husband radar says it's time to leave now. Nowhere to run, nowhere to roam. I'm leaving with the song that I came in here for, and I'm the only one I'm taking home.
Tommy Womack on Acoustic Interlude at the 30A Songwriters Festival. Thanks a lot, man, for coming out today. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's good seeing you again. It's been like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's good seeing y'all too.
Well, have a nice festival.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Glad to hear everything worked out for you. As far as
I'm
the health thing.
glad to be able to tell you that.
Yeah, I bet. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done.